Good morning, fifth grade. Today we are going to work on multiplying decimals. Now, just like adding and subtracting decimals, it's very similar to when we're just multiplying whole numbers. There's just one extra step that we need to follow, and I'm going to demonstrate a quick, easy way for us to do that today. Now, our problem that we have here says multiply 7 and 8/10 times 3 and 12/100. So I would set this up just as I would a normal multiplication problem. I'm going to put 3 and 12/100, and I will multiply that by 7 and 8/10. Now notice, unlike addition and subtraction, I do not need to line up my decimal points. So what I want to do here first is I'm going to look at my numbers. I have, for 3 and 12/100, I have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. I always want to look at the numbers to the right of the decimal point. And here I say I have 1, 2. So I'm just going to put a little arrow so I know I have 2 place values. I'm just going to put PV for place value. Now if I look at 7 and 8/10, I see I have 1 number to the right of the decimal point. So I'm going to put 1 place value. So in total, I have 3 place values to the right. Now I'm going to need to use that at the end. Now I'm just going to multiply as if it was a normal equation. 8 times 2 is 16. So I put my 6 down. I carry my 1. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. 8 times 3 is 24. Cross out my 8. Now 70, or it's really 7 holes in this case, but we're going to pretend the decimal is not there. 70 times 2. So I would place my 0 since I'm multiplying by 10. 7 times 2 is 14. So I'd put my 4 down, carry my 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Now I'll just add as I would in a normal multiplication problem. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. So I put my 3 down, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. So I'll put my 2 here, carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. And 0 plus 2 will equal 2. Now we're going to come back to over here. Why did I write down how many place values were to the right of my decimals? Because I will now move my decimal point back 2 place values, then 1 place value to the left. So if I look, 1, 2, 3 place values are to the right of the decimal, so I must move my decimal 3 place values to the left. So I will move it 1, 2, 3 place values. So I know that my answer is 24 and 236 thousandths. That will be my answer. And the way that we know how to place our decimal point is by looking at the numbers to the right of the decimal point, and you will move your decimal point that many place values to the left. Now I like to write it down like this, especially when I'm just getting started, just as a reminder. So I look up at the problem when I'm done and I remember, oh yeah, I have to place my decimal. You can look and just say to yourself, well, I have 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right of the decimal points. So I'll move my decimal point back 3 place values. Or the way that I think we should be doing it is writing them down on the side. So remember at the end, oh, I have 2 and then 1. So that would be 3 place values. I have to move it back to the left. 1, 2, 3 place values, and then I would know that my answer is 24. Remember, we read a decimal as and 236 thousandths.